should have let him out. They will. They'll throw it out. They got what they need. Y'all should. Y'all should. If I had a car, I'd go.
Yeah, it's a bias. Okay. They got him.
Did y'all get his badge number and everything? Did anybody get that cop's badge number?
It was CH Tobias. It's inside the car.
Yeah, his name is.
Look up his name. But also, they were driving around and getting different guys. I have his key. But I mean, the important thing is we should get him.
Please don't get ready.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm here. Well, I'm here with yeah. I can go home and get another. I think he's gonna come out. We're gonna make sure the audience. I think he's gonna come out. Mic check. Does that sound about right? That's what he did last time. Maria Garcia.
How do I spell that?
MariaGarcia.
And why did you come here today?
I came here today because I wanted to hear what the governor has to say about what's going on and what his plans are to help Floridians and people in Jacksonville against this pandemic that's currently raging out of control, and it seems like we're just being left to the wolves.
What did you guys witness?
Well, I witnessed somebody being arrested for just trying to speak their mind, and I witnessed the governor's aides making assumptions about the reasons why we were there, telling people we were throwing a tantrum, calling people protesters when there was no protest going on. We were sitting along the back wall. So it's just incredible to me that, that's how swift the crackdown is for anybody that dares to speak anything different against the governor.
Do you believe your constitutional rights have been violated today?
Absolutely. I mean, we're trying to make our voice heard, and this is nothing like, excuse me, this is serious. We're here because people are dying. We're here because my husband just had to wait in line an hour just to get a COVID test, and somebody collapsed in back of him, and it was a COVID test not from a state facility, from some private company that's come in. Like, this is life or death here. We're not protesting because we want the fame or we just want to disrupt a news conference. We're here because we want answers, and we wanted to witness what the governor had to say, since he's been MIA for quite some time while this Omicron variant has been outbreaking and people have been getting sick and hospitalized. We just want to know what our governor is going to do for us. That's all. We just wanted to be there and maybe ask a couple of questions, but there was no intent to shut down or disrupt or anything. We just wanted to partake in the process. It's a public building.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes, I am. Show us for us, like, just to make an example of that gentleman, because he was speaking out and it wasn't, in line with how the governor or his aides feel. I think that they were making assumptions and generalizations, stating that people were throwing tantrums or whatever, and that wasn't the case. I understand wanting to get on with the press conference, and that could have been
not credentialed media. What happened?
What happened was once again, Governor DeSantis avoided the public talking to him. And, you know, okay. So what happened today was our governor basically like, look at this whole thing. Like, we're having to ask where he was while, Omicron is. And, just now,
out there. I might try to talk to somebody. You could lock your side only, but I do, but yeah, I feel like we are. Okay. Al, how are you?
All right. It was set to take place in there, right?
Yeah.
All right.
We're all staring out front there now,
All right.
and I'm not sure if DeSantis is gone or not.
He literally tried to pass the most unconstitutional law that would ever exist.
I know that one lady did show up.
During the protest last summer for George Floyd, or the summer before, actually. But it seems like we're always protesting because black people are
y'all got a
always
story
being
anyway.
murdered at the hands of white supremacy or the police. All we want is a shot to just live on earth. But we're not getting this with this government. And I just urge people, show up at the polls. We can get rid of him. The power is in the hands of the people. It's not in profit. They keep profiting. We're going to keep building and unifying until we get them up out of here. Yeah. I'm sure you'll find one or two good liners in there.
I guess we should see if this.
I mean, if the press isn't there, can we have a press conference?
Did they change the location?
Yes. They changed location and, well, so basically, this arrest is like imminent, okay? It's before arrest happened, and this kind of gets weird.
Does that mean he stopped testing?
I know, not getting I make sure nothing nefarious. And then literally 2 seconds later, arrest him. And I'm like, excuse me? So I'm trying to shoot people out.
I want y'all to see that.
They wanted to go. I'm not.
Check 1, 2, check. Whenever you're ready.
You just look at me the whole time. Can I have your first and last name and please spell it?
Maria Garcia, MariaGarcia.
Perfect. And did you come here with Ben Frazier earlier?
No, I didn't come with Ben Frazier, but I was in the room when, he got arrested or detained or whatever is happening to him because they didn't make that clear.
So tell me what brought you out here this morning?
So, I was told that there was going to be a press conference, so I just wanted to, be here and, my thought was that it was going to be an outside press conference, so I was just going to be there to witness it and try to ask the governor a question. Try to ask him what he plans to do to protect citizens from COVID, what he's going to do about the response that has been completely abysmal so far.
And how did you feel when they said press only?
Well, it's kind of expected. The governor doesn't want to talk to people. Nothing can be off script. So I guess I kind of expected them to come in at some point. But I wasn't there to make a disruption. I was sitting quietly at the back of the room, so with my mask on. So, but it's just disappointing the fact that they really had to turn it into a show of force. That anybody that goes against the governor is going to be trespassed.
And we know Ben Frazier didn't stand his ground. What do you think? How do you feel seeing that he was escorted off a property in handcuffs into a police car? What are your thoughts?
I think they're just trying to make an example of him. I mean, all they had to do was, inform him that he was needed to leave the property. If they escorted him out, I don't think at that point that he would have tried to make his way back into the building. Like, they made their point that, that they wanted him out, that he needed to leave. And that's what everybody else did. So I don't think that it needed to go any more past him, being detained at all. I mean, even just him being put in handcuffs was too much, but it didn't need it to go into him being arrested. That's way too far. And it's just making an example out of him, but it's not gonna, at this point, it can't deter us, because we're not here for fun. We're here because people are dying, because people are sick and being disabled at record numbers, and we can't even get testing to be sure if we have this virus.
And what's your message to the governor?
My message to the governor is, DeSantis, stop ignoring us. This pandemic clearly is not over. You can try to ignore it all you want, but that's not actually going to save us and save our people. The economy is not worth more than our lives and our health. We can't continue on this path. You need to make sure that funds are available for testing. You need to stop interfering in schools and stop acting like masks are just the most evil thing in the world. They're the most simple thing that we can do to protect each other. And you're going to continue this pandemic with the way that you're acting. Enough is enough. Let's take this seriously.
Thank you so much.
I'm nervous. I kind of want to get
I'm going to speak to her.
What are we going to do?
Tired of all these
What's the move?
want to talk to us about basically what just happened in there. I just really don't want to do it. Yeah, I can tell.
I will say it was a success though, because it looks like a press conference.
And they moved it. Angie just said, but it's not going to be a deal now.
You just look at me the whole time. Have your first and last name and please spell it.
Nubian Roberts, Nubian, Robert, Roberts.
And did you come with Ben Frazier, a part of the coalition?
I'm part of the coalition, but I'm with an organization called Florida Rising.
So tell me what brought you out here this morning.
I came out here this morning because I found out that Governor DeSantis was sneaking into Jacksonville like he normally does. And I came out because I wanted to let him know how dissatisfied the community is. I represent the Black constituency of Florida Rising, which is the majority of the Black community. I've been having conversations with people all during the holidays, even though I was off work, about some of the just strenuous things that are happening in folks' lives during this still going on pandemic. While he was out with his family during Christmas break, a lot of people were losing family members. A lot of people were not able to feed their children. While his kids were out opening up their beautiful presents, there were actually families that were trying to figure out how they were going to eat because a lot of the food banks were not active during the Christmas holidays like normal.
And I know you mentioned you're part of the coalition, so I assume you know Ben Frazier relatively well. How did that make you feel watching what just happened?
Watching Ben Frazier being handcuffed for just honestly asking to have a word with the governor was so disheartening. It just really speaks to the fact that our governor wanted to pass that bill HB1 to ensure that he would never have to face organizers and activists and advocates and to be held accountable for a lot of the things that he has decided to do on behalf of the state of Florida. So it just showed me once again that Governor DeSantis does not care about the people and is not willing to listen to what the people need, and absolutely it's a necessity for us to live. So them taking Ben Frazier, who is a senior citizen, who is in a wheelchair, out in handcuffs, just really spoke to the low of JSO and this building here. Whoever owns this building, whoever decided that they should trespass Ben Frazier, shame on you. Shame on you. That's all I gotta say. It was disgusting. It could have been handled totally different. But instead, now being detained, and I'm telling you, this is unrest in the city. He needs to be freed. I say free Ben Frazier right now.
And I know you said it could be handled different. What would you have liked to see different?
I would have liked the governor to have set up a meeting to talk to the community members. Press conferences don't take that long. I literally have been to millions of them, and they take 20 to 30 minutes. We've asked for numerous meetings with the governor. We've come down to Tallahassee. We've mobilized people. He does not respond to the community, especially the Black community. We're sick and tired of it. So if this is what we have to do, which is go to jail in order to just have a word with the governor, the mayor, or who, then so be it. You'll have to lock up all constituents in the state of Florida, because I promise you, we will mobilize all of these people who are complaining, and we will come down to Tallahassee. This is not the end of it.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay, I was losing my mind.
Here's the microphone. I'm going to check my phone for the name. Okay. I mean, yeah. If DeSantis wants to start off his 2022 with I arrested a senior citizen, I had a senior citizen arrested and charged, a disabled senior citizen for being in a building. I mean, if that's how he wants to start it, then that's how we can.
Black voters matter. You're going to see that.
Okay, DeSantis.
You're about to see that.
Yeah, that's a shame. It's ridiculous. He can't handle us. How's he gonna handle the whole state of Florida? I want him to go. I want him to go stand in one of those testing lines too. People passing out and stuff over by Havana Jacks and see and tell those people how they need to be. If not,